Hello Fragcom, this is Max Forte with another video. Thank you so much for tuning in, it means a lot. Today we're going to be covering the House of Amouage, the good, the bad, and the ugly, as you saw from the title. Guys, have them all lined up back here. I'm not going to waste too much time. Let's jump right into it. These are going to be the fragrances from the Library Collection, the Opus Collection, and the regular men's collection. These are fragrances that are, regularly in my rotation, the ones that I really love from the brand. There's a surprise at the end. There's one fragrance that I wish it was here for the time for this video, but wasn't here in time exactly for the video to be made. So I had to make this video. I'm shooting this video for you guys. A lot of people requested the House of Amouage, so I wanted to do the good, bad, and the ugly from the Amouage. So the fragrance that I'm talking about, you guys will see in the end. But without any further ado, I don't want to drag this anymore. Stay tuned. The good, the bad, and the ugly from the Amouage is next. Alright Fragcom, so let's get right into the House of Amouage. I'm going to give you guys the background on this house. So Your Highness Saeed Hamad bin Hamud had a dream to restore the great Arabian art of perfumery in the region of the Middle East. The Amouage is a luxury perfume house established in 1983 in the country of Oman by the Sultan of Oman. Amouage uses traditional ingredients from the Middle East such as agar wood, incense in the form of silver frankincense, musk, roses, and spices amongst other ingredients. But the developers of the scents are renowned perfumers that have worked on major fragrance houses and niche companies. The first Amouage fragrance to be released carried the name Amouage, and its previous name, now known as Amouage Gold, was created by French perfumer Guy Robert in 1983. Guy Robert was created this masterpiece and other fragrances for companies such as Hermes, Dior, Rochas, just to name a few, guys. Amongst other, almost all of the perfumes in the traditional Amouage bottles for women, these compositions recall the shape of the Palace of Ruvi Mosque in Muscat, Oman. In the bottles for man, they have the shape of the Khanjar, the traditional dagger of Oman. This niche house have 69 perfumes in their portfolio, including the two latest releases, Sunshine for Man and Women, which unfortunately I could not have here in this, especially the man's one, was not here in time for this video. Along with Guy Robert, other amazing perfumers have worked with the Amouage company, such as Jean-Claude Ellena, Dorothy Piot, Maurice Roussel, Alberto Morillas, just to name a couple, guys. So as you see, the House of Amouage is a great house who carries a lot of tradition, and it's been around for 30 plus years and is a house that we really came to love and appreciate. So as you see here, guys, in this lineup, we have all the way on the left corner here, you have all of the library collections. Now I don't have 1 or 9, and this is the man's line, which I pretty much have everything except for the Sunshine Man, which again was not available in time for this shoot here. I thought I was going to get it in time, but didn't. But I will do a full review on that, rest assured. But anyway, these are the fragrances I'm going to go through left all the way to the front here. Honor Man will be the last one. The first will be a Library Collection Opus 2. I'm going to make my way around and end here in Honor Man. Without further ado, let me start with Opus 2, give you guys, my impressions on these fragrances. Let's get right into it, guys. So Opus 2 is a Oriental Fougere. It's really nice. It's really, to me, this is more leaning towards the unisex side of things. You have amber, you have cedar, you have some rose, some cinnamon, some peppers up top. The flowers here, you're going to get some lavender, some cardamom, a little bit of musk and incense. Very good fragrance, great unisex. One that's really nice. Again, it's Oriental Fougere. I think girls and guys can pull this off beautifully. It's a really good one from the brand. Alright, Opus 3, which is right next to it right there. That one is an Oriental Floral. Now this one to me leans more on the feminine side of things. You have a slew of flowers here. You have cloves. Among the flowers you're going to get violet. You have some mimosa, jasmine, some sandalwood, agarwood, vanilla, cedar at the base with some resins. Again, really nice, but to me it leans more on the feminine side of things. Number 4 here, guys, that's a beautiful fragrance. Again, you're going to get rose, you're going to get caraway, some citruses up top, labdanum, incense, and musk at the bottom, a little bit of resins as well. This one, again, very unisex, great fragrance. You know, I suggest you check it out. One very, very good from this library collection. Number 5, that one is actually, despite the fact it's an oriental floral, this one is one of my favorites from the house. I love the boozy rum note that you get up top. You know, you get some flowers in the middle with the rose, you know, the iris. You have agarwood. You have a little bit of animalic and some woodsy tones. Really nice, beautiful. Again, one of my favorites from the library collection is Opus 5. Next one up, right next to it, is Opus 6. That one is an oriental spicy. You have some Sichuan pepper up top, with some, obviously, the frankincense, labdanum, sandalwood, and amber. So I think it's called a rock rose on this. It's called Cistus ladanifer, which is like you know, almost like a rose. Again, it's very oily, this one, and I really like it. You know, number 6 is another one of my favorites from the library collection. Now let's get on to number 7. Okay, so with number 7, that's the black bottle right back here. Opus 7. With Opus 7, this one here is an aromatic green. You're gonna get some flowers. This one's very linear. I think this is, to my nose, the linear, like the most linear from the collection, okay? You're gonna get nutmeg, you get cardamom, you have some pink pepper up top, agarwood, obviously, amber, musk. Again, this one's really nice. Sandalwood to give it some creaminess, olibanum. This was an Alberto Morillas composition. Really nice composition. This one here is probably the most linear from the library collection. Then the last one here, but not least, is the number 8. Now I don't have number 9. Number 8's the one that I have here. But this one here, to me, it's an oriental woody, but again, this is more feminine to me. This one you're going to get a lot of flowers. You have some ginger, and you have some saffron here in the heart. You have some benzoin at the dry down. You also have some olibanum. It is nice, okay? It's a bit resinous, but very flowery to my nose. You know, again, this is considered oriental woody, but to me it's an oriental flower woody, or woody flowery. There's a lot of flowers in here. To me, this is very feminine. Not one of my favorites from the library collection at all. Again, I think the best ones for my nose, for my body, you know, for my chemistry, the ones that work the best with my body chemistry would be 5 and 6. All right. Now let's get into the men's line, guys. These are the ones that I really love and come to appreciate from Amouage. Let's start with the guy all the way back there, which is none other than the Blue Beast. Of course, we're talking about the beautiful Blue Beast. All right. Interlude Man. Now, Interlude Man, guys, what can I say about Interlude Man? Okay, why is it known in the fragrance community as the Blue Beast? Because this thing projects like a beast. It's a monster. This is Oriental woody. You have an oregano note up top, which some people would twist their noses. A little bit of citrus and peppers, labdanum, a lot of incense here. Very smoky, amber, oud, sandalwood. This thing is a beast. It projects like there's no tomorrow. It lasts a long time, but is a very trying fragrance. If you don't like smoky fragrances, stay away from this one. This one's not from the faint of heart at all. All right. Next one here is one of my favorites from the lineup, and this is Memoir Man. Memoir Man is a beautiful fragrance. I love this fragrance, guys. I cannot emphasize enough. If you haven't tried Memoir Man, I suggest you do. This one here is a masterpiece. I mean, most of these are masterpieces. Memoir Man is just amazing. This is a leather-based fragrance, which I really love, especially at this time of the year, you know, fall and winter. You're gonna get some flowers, you get rose, you get frankincense, oud, you get a real nice pipe tobacco in there, some vanilla, you know, some vetiver, some musk. It's just a beautiful scent, very creamy. I have a little bit of oak moss in here as well, and obviously leather. What a great composition. This is one to really appreciate. You know, for people who have a trained nose, they're going to love this fragrance. You know, again, some people, you know, most of these fragrances don't have that universal appeal that you're going to find with the Creeds, you know, or Chanel's, but this one here is an amazing compliment getter. Next one up here is probably one of the most talked about. This is Jubilation 25. Now this Jubilation is a new formulation with the magnetic cap. Okay, I know most of you guys are familiar with the Jubilation. It doesn't have the magnetic cap, which, you know, I have one, but unfortunately it's almost over. I have very little left. And yes, you know, even though this juice seems to be a little, you know, darker than this juice, this one here is a lot more opulent and a lot more long-lasting. Don't ask me why, guys, but this is no slouch. You're gonna get 9 to 10 hours with this. This one here I get 12 plus. They're both great. But, you know, Jubilation 25, now that's another masterpiece from this house. This is another one that, you know, you can't talk enough. You can't praise this fragrance enough. This is an Oriental Fougere. It's balsamic, it's sweet, it's woody, it's fruity, it's a little smoky. You have a slew of notes in here. You get blackcurrant, you get honey, cinnamon, oud, cedar, you get resins, labdanum, some citruses up top from like an orange kind of base. This is a beautiful fragrance. You know, if you want to have just one fragrance from this house, this is probably the one that I would suggest. Jubilation 25. All right, let's get into the next one here, which is another one that's an amazing one from this house, and this is Epic Man. Now this is a great fragrance. This fragrance here had made some of my top lists. The reason why it always makes my top lists, because it is just so beautiful and it's great for, you know, a more traditional, more mature environment. This will do fantastic. And I get a lot of compliments with this too, believe it or not. This is an Oriental Woody. This fragrance here was inspired by the Chinese travel, the roots to bring the specialties to the from the western to the eastern world. It is a great fragrance, guys. You get pepper, you get saffron, nutmeg, a lot of spices here, a lot of resin, a little bit of malic. You're going to get a real big note of castoreum in here, some sandalwood for creaminess. Again, it's another one that could be trying. You know, not everybody will like this. Could be a little bit challenging, but I think if you can get past the initial blast with this, just probably like Interlude Man, you're going to really appreciate Epic Man. I really love this fragrance. All right, the next one here is going to be, I'm going to work my way back there and then come back this way. This one here needs no introduction. Again, this is an older one. I have a backup bottle over there. This is Reflection Man. The backup is a new magnetic cap. This is an older version. Again, Reflection Man is one that probably is the one that got this brand off with us, you know, with the Fragcom. This is very similar to Jean-Paul Gaultier's Le Male. And this for a while was probably like the Aventus of this brand. But now I think Jubilation 25 is right there with this. This is a beautiful fragrance. There's not much you can't say, and there's not much you can say about this. It's just great, easy to wear, easy to please. This is the Woody Floral Musk. You get some pimento, some rose in there, a little bit of flowers, jasmine, cedar, vetiver, patchouli, and sandalwood. But again, this is, to me, a more sophisticated, more mature, more elegant Jean-Paul Gaultier, if you will. Great fragrance nonetheless, definitely one to try. Right next to it is another one that over the past couple of years, it's been one that I really enjoy, especially for work, dress up. This is Beloved Man. I wore a lot of this juice. This is the old non-magnetic cap. This is the first edition of this Beloved Man. I really enjoy this. I don't think this gets enough praise. I think it needs a little bit more of attention from the Fragcom. What do I get from Beloved Man? Beloved Man, I have a full review on this if you want to check it out. Please do so. It's an Oriental Woody fragrance, guys. You have some citrus up top, you have some resins here, some cardamom, geranium, saffron, some cedar, vetiver, oud, musk, and patchouli. There's nothing really out there that's really similar to this. This is really unique. It's kind of creamy too in a dry down. It's a beautiful fragrance. If you haven't gotten your nose in this, Beloved Man, please do. You're not going to disappoint. Next one here is one that gets a little bit of flack from the Fragcom. This one here is Fate Man. I wear this a lot in the wintertime. This has a lot of cumin, and this is the reason why this gets a lot of flack from the Fragcom. I do enjoy it. It's definitely not one of my favorites from the house, okay? But it is a good fragrance, and I suggest that you try at least a sample of this and see if it works with your skin. This is an Oriental Spicy. It's a little bit balsamic, very spicy, very warm, very smoky. You get ginger and cumin, a lot of it, some saffron, a little bit of like an orange, mandarin orange kind of accord, labdanum, a lot of resins here, a lot of smoke. All right, you have a beautiful note of immortelle that comes to play, some tonka bean, some cedar, and you have a lot of labdanum here. It is a very nice fragrance, guys. I really enjoy this. It's not for everyone. This is another one that's not for the faint of heart. Not everybody will appreciate this. This is probably a little lighter version of the Interlude Man, but it's kind of like in the same vein and genre. Not very easy to please the masses. The next one here I'm going to talk about is this one here. This is Dia Man. Beautiful bottle, beautiful juice. This is a new formulation. I have an older one, but it's really low. I wanted to show you guys this one. Dia is another one that I think is really underrated. This is another woody floral musk, just like Reflection Man. This is very woody, a bit balsamic, a little bit of floral, very aromatic. You get some citrus, some ladamum. You have a beautiful note of plum in here, a lot of incense also, amber, and some leather. This one's really good, guys. This is like, you know, if you like Reflection, you like Jubilation, you will really love this fragrance. It's like a fusion of both fragrances and some things added to it. Dia Man is really, really underrated. Beautiful fragrance. All right, next up we're going to talk about Ciel Man, which to me is like the summer or spring and summer, because most of these fragrances will shine the most in the cooler weather, you know, fall and winter. But this one here to me is an all year round, easy to wear, and probably just like Sunshine Man, which I don't have, but we'll get to it in the end, is one that really could be worn all year round. I mean, most of these fragrances, if you want to wear all year round, if you're in a weather that's a little hot, you're not going to get away with, because some of these are very warm. All right, but this fragrance here, it's considered an aromatic spicy, but you have some lavender here, some cinnamon, some peach, some vetiver, even though you have some incense, but it's really in a dry down. This fragrance here has some ingredients, especially bergamot. The bergamot here is really prominent. The sandalwood's really nice, a little bit of patchouli, the vetiver is really nice, and the cedar is really nice. So this one here is almost an all year round scent, I would say, and it's great for summer and spring. I really like this. If you want to dress up in the warmer days, evening, this thing will do beauties, will do wonders. All right, next one we're going to talk about here is Journeyman. Journeyman is probably one of the nicer bottles from the collection. Really nice, long waited for. When this thing was released, everybody was going crazy to try to get a bottle of it. And you know, this one's really nice, guys. If you haven't smelled this, there's another one that really deserves a little more attention. When this thing was like $400 a bottle, everybody wanted one. Now that you can find it discounted, people don't talk much about it. This is a woody spicy. It is a very nice fragrance. You get some tobacco in here, some juniper berries. You have Sichuan pepper. It's a little bit spicy, obviously. You're gonna get the musk, the frankincense, beautiful note of papyrus in here, some leather, some tonka beans, a little creamy, very warm, spicy, aromatic, bit balsamic. The tobacco and the citrus will also play some roles in here. And a lot of people compare this to 1270 by the House of Frappin, and I could see the similarities. But this one here is a little bit harsher and a little bit smokier, but nevertheless a great fragrance to try. All right, the last two here we're going to talk about first. Lyric Man. Lyric Man, I'm looking at you, Mr. Zayas, Renee. You know, this is your favorite, and we all know why. This is a beautiful juice. This is a masterpiece in the bottle. This is rose made right for man. If you don't like flowers, if you don't like, you know, floral note, you know, floral fragrances too much, if you're not too much of a floral guy, if you don't like rose, this one here will probably change your mind, guys. This here is such a stunning juice. It's an oriental spicy. It's got a lot of rose in here, some citrus, a little bit musky, and, you know, fresh spicy. You're gonna get lime and bergamot up top just to start things off. Nutmeg, a lot of flowers in the middle, jasmine, rose, some ginger, some saffron to spice things up again. Musk, vanilla, frankincense, some pine needles, and some sandalwood to make things creamier. It's a beautiful fragrance, guys. Lasts a long time and is a compliment monster. Women really dig this fragrance. If you haven't tried Lyric Man, what are you waiting for? The last one here from the bunch, guys, the little guy, the 50 ml. This is Honor Man. Really nice fragrance. I get a lot of pepper in here, guys. This is probably my least favorite from the house. kind of giving things away, spoiler alert, but yeah, this one here just didn't do it for me, okay? So Honor Man is a woody spicy fragrance. It's basically very spicy, aromatic, and woody. All right, you're gonna get Sichuan pepper, you're gonna get black pepper, you're gonna get pink pepper, just pepper, pepper, pepper. All right, then you're gonna get some nutmeg, some resin, some LME, a little bit of flowers, not too much. Then you get some vetiver, some musk, some patchouli, cedar, which cedar can also be a little bit spicy, some incense, and some tonka to finish things off. It is nice. I like the dry down better than the first, blast and as it develops. But, after a couple hours, it's actually pretty pleasant. But again, not my favorite. That's why I have a little bottle of it. But these were all of the, I think there's 19 or so in here of the fragrances that I have from the Amouage collection. So guys, let's get into the good, the bad, the ugly, the underrated, and the overrated from this brand. Alright, let's get right into it. The good of this house. The good of this house I am going to give to Reflection Man. This to me is the good. This is the fragrance that started the whole, craze of Amouage fragrances. This was hyped, and it actually, it was hyped for a reason. It was a great fragrance, a great compliment getter. This woody floral musk is just amazing. Compared to Le Male, this takes it to the next level. So the good from this house I am going to give to Reflection Man. Whether you have a node or a reformulated version, you're going to get complimented, and you're going to get a fragrance that's going to last 10 plus hours in your skin. Can't go wrong. So this is, to me, is the good. All right, the bad. The bad I will give to this fragrance right here. This is from the Library Collection. This is Opus 8. This to me just, it has some notes in there in the middle that just, they don't agree with my body chemistry. It's just very floral to my nose. This is just one that I cannot work with. So this here, Opus 8, will be the bad, okay? The ugly, I kind of gave it away when I went through the whole lineup. The ugly will be Honor Man. Now, I know some of you will be complaining, on the comments, and I understand this might be someone's favorite. As you know, fragrances are subjective, and this is my opinion. This is how they work on my skin and to my taste. Considering everything that I have from this beautiful brand, this to me will have to be the ugly. All right? Now, the most underrated from this house, this has to be the beautiful Dia Man. This doesn't get talked about, this doesn't get much hype at all, and I'm hyping it right now. Okay, this deserves a little bit of attention. This is amazing juice, guys. If you want something that is going to get you noticed, if you want something that when you're dressed, you have a nice suit on or a nice shirt, a nice jacket, this will compliment you and do wonders for compliments. This is a beautiful fragrance that people around you are going to compliment you, and they're going to want to know what the heck you're wearing. This is a beautiful fragrance. So Dia gets the most underrated from the House of Amouage. Now the most overrated, I will have to do Journeyman. The reason why, it's a great fragrance, but when this thing was to be released, everybody was going crazy trying to get a bottle of this, and they were paying $400+ to get a bottle of this. And now it's not talked about, and it's a great fragrance, people talk about it, but for the hype this thing got, I think that this is definitely going to have to get the overrated trophy here, guys. So this is how it goes. The good, Reflection Man; the bad, Opus 8; the ugly, Honor Man; the most underrated from the house, Dia Man; and the most overrated from the house will have to be Journeyman. I hope you guys appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching. It really means a lot. Please rate, comment, and subscribe for more. I want to hear your thoughts, guys. Please drop your comments down below. Let me know what you have experienced from this beautiful brand. What are your top 3 favorites? What are your must-haves from this brand? What don't you like about this brand? If there's anything that you don't appreciate from Amouage, I would really appreciate the thoughts and the feedback. As you know, this is a brand that I actually have access to. If you guys want any of these fragrances, whether from the Amouage men's collection, women's collection, library collection, I actually have access to all of them. I just don't have all of them. And the surprise for the end of this video that I wanted to talk to you guys about is none other than Sunshine Man. Now, this is going to be another masterpiece, guys. I wish I had a bottle to do this, but unfortunately I didn't. This is a little decant that I've been rocking. Actually, this is my third decant that I've been rocking. This is a masterpiece, guys. You know, if you haven't gotten your nose in sunshine, man, I really urge you to do it as soon as possible. Again, you know, I wasn't able to get a full bottle when, you know, as I'm shooting this video, I wish that I had gotten the bottle, but, you know, this fragrance is a masterpiece. If you haven't, probably by the time you watch this video, you will hear a lot about this fragrance. Enough about Sunshine Man. It's long waited and they went above and beyond. Now this is another one that I'm telling you, this is just an aromatic fragrance. It has a real nice boozy note up top with you know, like a brandy, you know, with a mandarin touch to it. Beautiful note of myrtle, some juniper berries, some lime here, bergamot, cedar, vanilla, and tonka. You know, it's fresh, it's creamy, you know, it's a little bit herbal and a little bit woodsy. You know, very hard to describe. There's absolutely nothing out there that smells like this. This is very unique, very exquisite, and very exotic. To me, it's a masterpiece. You know, again, as soon as I get a hold of a bottle, you guys will be seeing a full review, and I will have this also on the lineup for sale for a discount price. So guys, that was a surprise. Thank you so much for watching. Again, please rate, comment, subscribe for more. This was Max Forte with The Emporium of Scents. I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.